Podcast clips on social media grew 77% last year. 58% of people now discover podcasts through short form video, not through browsing Spotify, not through Apple Podcasts, but through clips on TikTok, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. So if you're a podcaster in 2026, you're not just making a show anymore. You're a video editor. You're a thumbnail designer, a copywriter, a social media manager, all on top of actually recording the episode. And for most creators, that math doesn't work. You record for an hour, spend another 3 or 4 hours on post-production, and by the time that you're done, you're already behind on the next episode. But here's the thing about content creation. 80% of what you do is repeatable. The creative part is the conversation, the interview, the insights. That's the irreplaceable stuff. But you see the operational part, the titles, descriptions, clips, thumbnails, promo posts, that's a system. And systems should be automated. That's what templates are built for. You design the workflow once and then you reuse it every single time. There's no reinventing the wheel, no forgetting steps, no spending hours on the same repetitive tasks that you did last week. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how this works inside of Alphana. We have a podcast content template that takes your episode and generates everything you need to launch and promote it. Your titles, description, LinkedIn post, clips, and a thumbnail concept, all from one upload. So let me pull it up and I'm going to walk you through it. We're inside of Alphana. So how are we going to take one podcast episode and repurpose it? Well, the first thing we want to do is come into Alphana and we're going to click create. Now, what's great here is that we have an entire library of AI templates that help you to create or repurpose content. And so, for example, if we come in here, you'll see we have all these different items from things to creating viral video toolkits, music release toolkits, to creating short form scripts. What we're going to do first is go ahead and upload a video. Now, you have different options to be able to choose from in order to bring video or audio into Alphana. So now I've already uploaded a video. I'm going to reuse one from my library. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up one of these. Let's say, for example, this video, appeals court ruling expands creator rights to reclaim copyrights worldwide after 35 years. Amazing. I'm going to click create. So now I've already picked the video that I have in my library. I clicked create. I'm going to scroll down and what I want to find is our podcast content workflow. Okay, here it is. Podcast content workflow. This is an AI template that's going to produce and take your video and turn it into clips, images, social posts, and so much more. In here shows you all the individual items that'll get created by just selecting this one particular workflow inside of Alphana. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. It takes you now to a personalization screen. So if you are recording a podcast, you know who your listeners are. Okay, we can infer this, but you can come in here and update it. So for example, one, you could talk about your tone. How do you want it to be written content to be? Conversational, friendly, professional, straightforward. You could choose your reading level, like whether you want it in 6th grade reading level, middle school, or high school. Your target audience, who are you targeting? Founders, marketers, creators, musicians, right? And then language, right? You can select English and we have a whole library, but you can come in here and just edit and type whatever it is you want. Then add any additional instructions like, hey, here's what to avoid, here's what to do, here's more custom notes. All right, let's jump right in. I'm going to click next. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to edit the transcript. I'm going to skip that for now, but you have the ability to edit the transcript before creating the content. And now I'm going to hit generate. Perfect. So the project finished. We see all the content on here. And here on the left sidebar, you can see it generated all of this content for this podcast episode. Okay. We took this podcast episode right here and you could see it generated a description, right? Every podcast needs a description, right? You got to put something on there. But again, we already know what's inside of the podcast. We analyzed it. And now we're using AI to be able to help us come up with a short description, couple bullet points about what you'll learn. And you can see here, it talks about termination rights and why the phrase arise under this title mattered so much. You can see it gives you a couple of key points of what you'll learn. It breaks down the key points and who should watch this with practical takeaways. Beautiful. As you keep scrolling, then you got clips, okay? We talked about it earlier, okay? We know how important short form clips are. And here we automatically extract and find the best clips from your video in order to produce short form clips. Guys, look, 58% of podcast discovery now happens through short form video. So it's not enough to just have descriptions. It's not enough to just create a title for your podcast and throw it out there and hope that the world will see or watch or hear what you have to say. No, you've got to get short form clips that you could put out on social media. And you could preview the clips directly in here. And even as you preview, you got that playing. You can enable captions. You can choose your scale. You can have it fill and fit the entire frame. We can cut it into vertical clips, and then you hit download. And now you've got yourself a short form clip, which is a small tidbit that gives like a teaser to what's happening inside of your episode. Okay. It's like a statement that's happening, a key piece that's addressed. And so when people listen to this on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube Shorts, they're essentially intrigued. They're like, wow, this gave me enough to be like, I'm intrigued. I want to know what happened after or what happened before, depending on what type of clip was pulled from here. So those are podcasts, turning that into YouTube Shorts. Then we've generated cover arts. Okay. How many of you have a podcast episode and you're trying to come up with either a cover art for your overall show or a cover art for the podcast thumbnail or like a YouTube thumbnail as an example? And so here it comes up with multiple options. Look at this, right? So like burning rights, episode subtitle. Here, notice of termination, okay? This is all based. These images are generated based on the insights from the video, meaning that every video you put in here, you're going to get different content, different results. Okay. That's what's great about this. It makes it unique because we adapt towards the content that you upload. And here you go. You've got a couple beautiful images laid out that could be used to be able to generate more content. So here we got podcast covers. Here you've got the video thumbnail that we talked about. Look at that. Great for YouTube. This could be one potential thumbnail. Here's another. Here's another one. Look at that. It's all about music. You got the vinyl record into like a circuit like folder. And here we go. 4 awesome options. So in this one workflow, we input a video. We've got our podcast description. We've generated shorts. We've generated a cover art for the podcast. We've generated a video thumbnail that you can use for YouTube. Then now we've got even more content. Again, this is about making your process. All right. You figure out what are the top 5, 8, or 10 different items that you need every time that you promote a podcast. Now, we provide this one template that gives you all of these assets that we're covering through, but you may decide that you only want 3 of these and you want to add 3 other pieces of content you want to create. You could still do that, okay? So if we keep coming in through here, in here, this kind of generates like images with quotes on it, right? Things that you can use that could be shareable for social media. Here's a couple examples, right? You got this like blowing out the fire, and you could see here it's like a single panel classic comic strip scene inside a grand old law library with towering bookshelves and rolling ladders. And it describes it. We generate all the prompts automatically for each image that's generated in here, which allows you to see how our prompts are written and allow you to use this to be able to create more. And so here you go. These are like quote animated comic book style type images. Great. Again, if you don't need this, you could delete it. Just right click, delete, and then you can reuse this for another project. All right, let's keep going. So we've generated these assets. Now we've got podcast chapters. All right. Now, all podcasters, most of you, hopefully you're doing this, but if you don't know, adding timestamps inside the description, like for example, on YouTube or anywhere else, it's the right thing to do. Okay. Like help people understand what's going on in the video and at what timestamp can I click on if I want to jump to a particular segment inside of the video. Okay. So like here, this is saying who owns Superman and Jack Ryan, US versus overseas rights. So if me as a listener or viewer that's going to consume this content is very intrigued by the Superman and Jack Ryan clip, I want to jump directly there and watch it. Now, I know what some of you might say, like, well, I don't want people to jump ahead. I want them to see my entire podcast episode because that's how they're going to really understand it. And that's what I want them to do. Well, look, you need something to hook the person in. If they jump straight to the 6-minute and 49-second mark and they finish the video and they're like, wow, this was intriguing and enlightening, I'm going to jump back to the beginning and actually watch the full episode, right? You have to see what happens with human nature. Sometimes people don't have 10 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour to sit through an entire episode. They jump to one part. They were intrigued. Then they're like, you know what? I am going to give this particular creator or podcaster my time and I will consume your 30-minute or 1-hour piece of content, okay? It's the same thing we do with clips. You generate a 30-second, 60-second clip. It intrigues the person. They make their decision on whether or not they should give you the time to consume the rest of your show. So include chapters inside of your podcast descriptions. We do it for you automatically. Next one, podcast title ideas. Look, there's so many ways that you could go with your podcast episode in so many different directions. What's the right one? So we pre-create and write amazing titles that could be used for YouTube. So let's look at a couple examples here. All right. First one, how to use termination rights to reclaim global copyrights. Okay. Number 2, how to file a 304 termination and recapture foreign rights. Let's jump to another one. 5 ways termination rights help creators reclaim global control. 7 key facts on 304 termination rights after the Fifth Circuit. You could see that these are all written in a way to capture people's attention if they're in this niche. So for example, if you couldn't care less about the music industry, or you couldn't care less about copyright, this is not going to be for you. And that's exactly what these titles are for. They're supposed to be specific so that they can draw attention to the right person. You want musicians, you want record label executives, you want music attorneys to be able to watch this podcast episode, and that's who they're targeting. And so if you read through these titles, this is going to help attract that audience, because perhaps they're like, well, hey, what do you mean by global rights? What do you mean by termination rights? What's up with the Fifth Circuit? They're going to be intrigued and dive into this particular video. So titles, again, they're not for you to open up to target everyone in the world unless your piece of content is not in a specific niche. Perfect. Now we've got podcast screenshots. All right. How many times you're just like, hey, I need a couple screen grabs from my podcast episode because maybe I'm going to throw it into social media. I got to send it to my editor, or I got to put it here. We extract several frames automatically for you that you can grab and you can download fairly quickly. Podcast to blog post. Here's another one, right? So, here's a big miss with podcast episodes, all right? Everyone assumes that someone's going to watch my podcast or listen to the audio only version on like Apple Podcasts. And yes, that might be true. But there is a whole set of people, okay, a population in this world who would prefer to consume your podcast by reading an article or reading through the transcript, okay? We automatically will understand and analyze your entire podcast episode and generate a full blog post. So if you don't watch the video, you could actually sit down and read at your own time in a quiet environment everything that's going on about your podcast episode, okay? There's no reason that you can't reach more people by allowing them to read about this. Not only that, but all of this is great for SEO. And you want the search engines to be able to crawl your website and to have a blog post that has certain keywords that are going to drive people to your business. And you could see that here. Look how long this podcast episode. Look, it even extracts all the key quotes from the discussion. Okay, what listeners were wondering. Look at this. It puts together questions of what FAQs that might come from the article. Okay, it gives practical steps if you're a creator. Okay, takeaways that you can act on today. And finally, if you're a creator, an heir, or a rights holder wondering whether your termination notice can help you reclaim global rights, this is the moment to get guidance. I mean, look at this, right? So an entire blog article now created. I can publish this on my website. Now, guess what? Search engines like Google and Bing can find this. But more importantly, you want those like ChatGPT and Claude and all these AI search engines, Perplexity, to be able to crawl your website and pull up this content, okay? And you're missing out by not having the written version of all of your videos and all your podcast episodes directly on your website. But again, as we talked about, okay, if you were to do this by yourself, this would take 5 or 10 hours to be able to produce all this content yourself, which is why most people don't do it to begin with. But that's why we have this one workflow, one template. You saw that I just clicked upload and it generated all this content. It's ready to go. All you got to do is click copy and paste this directly on your website. All right. Next thing, you come out with your blog post, your blog, you have your show, your episode, it's up on YouTube, up on Apple and Spotify. You want to send out an email to your list. I hope all of you are collecting emails, but for those of you that are, you can draft an email newsletter that summarizes the episode and announces, hey, big news for creators, a federal appeals court just shook up copyright. Always starts with some sort of hook. It talks about what happens, why this matters to you, and it breaks it all down, gives you highlights about the video with a call to action to watch the full breakdown on YouTube. Okay, very easy. Put this into your email software, click send it out to your entire audience. Next one's up, okay? LinkedIn. Why not summarize it? We write it in a format that works well for LinkedIn, and now you can publish a video and put it on LinkedIn to drive people to watch your episode. This gives you a high-level overview about the post already written with a call to action to watch the full breakdown. We draft a X and Twitter thread. You could see this is a 10-tweet series. It breaks it all down. And again, what's great about this is it always starts with a hook that's easy to consume and digestible. Okay. Now I've got LinkedIn, I've got X, I've got, look, YouTube SEO tags. This is great. You want to leverage this inside of your descriptions on YouTube. You've got hashtags on YouTube. There's a spot where you can put all these tags. You can just copy and paste this and this should drop right in. So this is, just to kind of summarize a recap of what this looks like when you are going to shoot your podcast episode and you want to turn it into content to help other people find it, to market it. I really highly encourage everyone to come in here and leverage this, okay? Don't do it manually. Don't go one by one creating each asset manually. This will take you forever. To see what this looks like with a completely different video, I uploaded another video talking about the new Claude bot, or now they call it Moltbot, and all about the announcement. And you can see how it generated the same workflow, okay? I didn't have to do this twice. I literally replicated the same workflow for that YouTube video and I got a description. You could see here now I've extracted 10 unique clips that I could use for YouTube, for Instagram, for TikTok. Not only that, but it generated covers. Look at this. Even the designs and the content that's within these, they're completely different. Look at that versus the other one. It even does UI. Like, look at the UI it generated on these different screens, right? So these are all useful elements that you could use to be able to create. It even generated YouTube thumbnails. Like, look at this here, right? Comic strips. And of course, it generated the blog posts and chapters and everything else that we talked about. Last but not least, completely different video again, all right? New video, but look, same workflow, same template. Okay. Actually, I take that back. This is a different workflow, but you could see how we systemize this. I tested using a different template inside of Alphana, but same thing. This one is more for YouTube, right? I've got my description, YouTube shorts, YouTube thumbnails, quote images. Look at that. Pulling quotes from the video, breaking out the chapters. So if you have a podcast or you have a podcast show or you work at a company and they have a podcast, what you need to do is come into Alphana, recommend this to them, jump in, because all you do is come here, click create. Really quick 3-step process. I select my video from here and you come here and you select podcast content workflow. That's it. This right here will generate more than 20 different pieces of content, especially when you consider that we give you 10 clips and a ton of image assets that you can use to promote on this podcast episode. I highly recommend it. Think about that. It's something that you don't want to miss out on. So that's the podcast content workflow inside of Alphana. Look, 41% of listeners now prefer video podcasts. Okay, so make sure you're in video. Spotify went from 100,000 to over 330,000 video podcasts just in the last 2 years. And more than half of all Americans, 55%, are now monthly podcast listeners. So the moral of the story, if you don't have a podcast, you need to create one. If you have an audio only podcast, you need to jump to video. And for those of you that have been doing a podcast for a long time, you need a system. You need to templatize and make it systematic to be able to create the content and to create all the assets that you need to promote your podcast episode. Don't miss out on that. So please, if you've made it this far on YouTube, please, I want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit like, drop a comment. The YouTube algorithms really love it, and it really helps us out. I would really appreciate it. I'm Sebastian Mora, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Alphana. If you ever need anything at all, please always never hesitate to reach out. All right, thanks. Have a good one.